So as a PCOS girly who's been taking semaglutide for about 6 months now, I wanted to sit down and answer all of your most asked questions. I'm going to start off with clearing up one thing. I am not taking Ozempic or Wegovy, which are like the most popular versions of this medication. I am taking semaglutide compound, which is basically the off-brand version of Ozempic and Wegovy. It's the same thing, but it has like some added vitamins and stuff in it. I don't know all the scientific terms, which leads me to my next most asked question, which is how did I get my insurance to cover it? I didn't. I have to pay out of pocket. It's kind of crazy because although I was pre-diabetic, my insurance company still was like, you don't need the medication. You have to pay for that out of pocket. Which was one of the reasons why I wanted to go with semaglutide compound because it's literally a quarter of the price. The other most asked question is where the heck I am getting this medication. To be honest, I was prescribed it by my doctor. She's the one that sent me to a pharmacy that's local to Washington and they fulfill it to me and ship it to my house. Now we're getting into some of the fun questions, which is how much food I can actually consume during the day. A lot of people say that they're really sick on this medication and they are never hungry, but I actually had the complete opposite experience of that. My appetite very much did not go away. However, I do get fuller faster and I stay fuller longer. It's like the best way that I can describe it. The other huge thing when it came to food is the silencing of food noise. I've explained this a lot before, but basically it's like all the noise in your brain that's telling you like, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. And you finish breakfast and you're already thinking about lunch. That is like on mute, which is quite literally the best thing to ever happen to me. Next thing I want to talk about are the symptoms of taking this medication. This is just my personal experience. I didn't really feel any different than my normal self, except the day after my injection. If I did not eat enough protein or drink enough water and stay hydrated, then the next day afterwards, I'd feel super nauseous. If I was really good about staying on top of that, then I felt totally fine, totally myself, and it was kind of amazing. I get a lot of questions on whether or not this will help you get your period back or not. And here's what I have to say. The way my doctor explained it is that it's not a fertility medication. However, the balancing of your insulin hormones and the weight loss can, however, help your fertility and therefore possibly bring your period back, which was able to happen with me, which is 10 out of 10. The only negative things about this medication is that Eddie and I have not been able to try for a baby while I've been taking on it, which after you've been trying for years to get pregnant and feeling like you have to take a break, you feel like your whole life is stalling. It feels a little bit out of your control, but I know ultimately at the end of the day, me being healthy is the most important thing. I'm in the process right now of weaning off the medication, and my doctor recommended that we don't start trying until at least a month after I've stopped taking the medication. The last and final question that I'm about to answer is, will I gain all the weight back after I come off? And I don't know, we're gonna find out.